We don't have our speaker on though.
We don't?
Mm-mm. It's right there.
And this would be Mr. Jump's case. All right.
Not down here.
There you go.
The next case on the court's docket is cause number 2020-3802-3, styled in the interest of Jaden James Kindred. This case is on the court's docket for an adversary on the petition filed by the department. The department is present through Mr. Jump. Mr. Levy is this child's attorney and guardian ad litem. The parents are Jamie Kindred and Nicholas Kindred. They are both present. Mr. Jump, this is one where the department is trying to help the parents out. Is that right?
It is, Judge. We're asking for JMC.
All right.
The parents.
All right. And Mr. and Ms. Kindred, are you ready for this hearing?
Yes.
All right. And again, this is a little bit different than most cases that come before me, but the law still applies. So I still have to give all the parents admonitions. But I understand the idea is everybody wants to work together to provide this child with all the help that we can get. So hopefully at some point, potentially we'll come back home.
Yes.
All right, you may proceed, Mr. Jump.
Department offers up the affidavit into evidence.
No objection.
It's admitted.
Department calls Nepalma Brown.
Ms. Brown, if you raise your right hand. Oh, she's got no audio. Do we need testimony, Mr. Jump?
No, I don't think so, Judge. Basically, it looks like we're trying to get Jaden into an RTC in San Marcos, and he's in Cedar Crest. Well, we were trying to get him into San Marcos. Now I think he might be going to another place, Lean on Me, which is in Hearn, Texas, on December 7th. So basically, the department's not asking the parents to drug test. The department is wanting to allow the parents to visit whenever they can at the RTC there, whenever it can get set up, and they can do that. Given the fact that we're in a COVID situation, I don't know how that will happen, but at least, let them visit as they want to.
All right, and is the placement or his case manager believes is in the child's best interest?
Judge, just so you know, and Ms. Brown can confirm this, I have sent emails to people at the placement. I have called 3 different numbers. I actually think the Kindreds might share that it's not, you can't get through to this place. They put you to a number and it's like, no one is available to take your call. Goodbye. And so I actually was able to leave a number at Cedar Crest, but Miss Brown has told me she has the same problem, that she doesn't have any magic to get through. I've been trying for more than 3 days. I was on vacation, but the dad told me yesterday, I talked to him for a better part of a half hour, that he has the same problem. Miss Brown has the problem. So I have nothing to share with you as the child. I'm lucky enough to have read a psychological evaluation and other things. I have no problem with what's been suggested. I would like, and today's not the time for the service plan, the psychological evaluation I read recommended family therapy, but I need to talk to this child because Dad was honest enough with me to say he doesn't know if this young man is going to want to talk to them or not. And so I don't want to force that before I get to talk to him.
Sure.
Mr. Jump is correct about Lean on Me in her.
Okay. And so we anticipate that placement's going to happen quickly?
I think they said, Miss Brown told me Monday.
Okay. Well, I'm so sorry that Cedar Crest isn't I don't understand that.
Can I talk?
That's a problem. Hopefully if this child gets moved, it'll be a little bit farther, but maybe even, and while I can make certain orders, I'm not a psychologist. And so what I usually will do is defer to the placement. So if they allow FaceTime or phone calls or, I let that therapist, that case manager, kind of try to steer us all in the right direction to do the best thing for this child. So hopefully y'all will get a little bit more information from the new placement. Yes, Mr. Levy?
Miss Rolanda Burns just reminded me I need to tell you that CASA will be coming on this case.
All right.
And I wanted to give her credit. I wanted to give her credit because I forgot.
You mean CASA would like to be appointed on this case?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
All right. Anything further from anyone? Mr. Miss Kindred, y'all can unmute yourself if you like to.
We would just like to have information regarding Jaden. We're having difficulties with that. And
I'm glad you brought that up, but what else?
and I know you made comment about Zoom and all that. I know with COVID, it's really hard to have any kind of contact, which has made this whole process difficult. And with Cedar Crest, they actually won't allow us to call him. He has to call us. And we actually wanted him to call us so we could tell him what was going on. And we ended up calling on Wednesday and basically begged them to have him call us on Thursday. And he did. And that's the only phone call we have received with them. I know there was one time he called, but it had nothing to do with them. It was when Miss Brown was with him.
All right. All right. Ms. Brown, I know you had trouble connecting. If you have anything that you need to inform the court, you can unmute yourself and let me know. We've already discussed the placement at Cedar Crest and that nobody could really get any information from Cedar Crest, but that you secured a placement at Lean on Me and Hearn, and that the child will be moving on Monday. Is that right?
That's correct.
All right. Will you be, I'm having a hard time talking. Will you be transporting this child on Monday?
Yes, ma'am, I will. I plan to go, I hope to get him by 9 o'clock and have him in Hearn by noon. That's what we set up for. I did talk to the discharge nurse, Michelle, about 1:30 this afternoon. And I did let Mr. Levy know that I let her know that, that he's been trying to reach them to talk to him, but she said that she was going to pass on a message, but I hadn't heard anything else.
Okay.
So I can give you her number as well, Mr. Levy. The other way somebody can, to check with her to see who she notified.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Miss Brown has been great. It's just crazy frustrating.
I imagine. And it's like that we're totally held hostage because we can't get information. All right. The court does find the evidence is sufficient. I will name the department and the Kindreds as joint managing conservators, with the department having the responsibility and the right to place this child. CASA is appointed. Ms. Brown, Mr. Jump, please make sure that this is in the order. I am ordering the department to forward any information regarding this child, medical appointments, how he's doing, any kind of updates that the department receives from the placement will be forwarded within 24 hours to the parents and Mr. Levy and CASA. So just as the department, and I could name y'all also as medical consenters, but in my experience, the placements are so used to working with the department, that's what they do. And the department needs to know these things, but the department needs to forward it on to the parents and the ad litems, hopefully immediately, but within 24 hours, so that y'all are kept in the loop and the ad litems are kept in the loop. And of course, parents, the law requires I admonish you that if you're unable or unwilling to provide a safe environment for this child, the court, your parental rights could be subject to restriction or termination. Ms. Brown, do you know who the conservatorship worker will be?
Yes, ma'am. It's Erica. Last name is Machone. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. I talked to her earlier.
Marchione.
Yes, that's it. I
right.
did talk to her earlier, and actually she is gonna go with me on Monday to pick up, Jaden as well.
Awesome. And then parents, just again, I'm going to rely real heavily on the placement and the professionals there. So I'm hoping that y'all can stay in touch with your caseworker, and then just whatever that placement thinks y'all can do to help, whether that's calling every day or not calling or participating or not participating at first. I hope that we can all just kind of be part of this process, and all work together to do the best thing for this child.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's what we want.
All right.
Thank you.
Mr. Cron, now the court will set out a scheduling order pursuant to the code, setting out the upcoming court dates. Y'all will get copies of them, but Mr. Crosby, can you go ahead and announce them?
Yes, Judge, sorry, I have too many windows open. January 12th is the status hearing. May 11th is the initial permanency hearing. September 7th will be the second permanency and final. And then November 29th, 2021 will be the dismissal date.
All right. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
We'll be in. Yes. Thank you.
And then, Judge, I know that you're busy and I did send you text, but do not worry about that removal today.
Oh, I didn't even see it. Okay.
Yeah, they won't be removing that child until tomorrow, so you don't need to worry about it today.
Okay, thank you. What, not the removal that I already have?
It's a child being released from the hospital. The hospital is gonna have to keep that child another night because the foster family will not be.
Not my
Yeah.